Hi everybody, welcome to What's That Wednesday. It's the last What's That Wednesday of this summer and I'm very excited to be here with you guys today because we are going to be making a balloon hovercraft. So the things you'll need are going to be two different kinds of tape. You're going to need some packing tape or some duct tape, and you're going to need some regular Scotch tape. You're going to need a CD or a DVD that is not in use anymore, so it's scratched up, it's damaged, you're not going to use it ever again. Then you're going to need some nails, an X-Acto knife, some scissors, a Sharpie or a black marker, a bottle with the cap still attached on it. You want one that has more of a longer neck rather than one that's kind of scrunched up like a water bottle. You're going to need some safety glasses because we are going to be working with tools, and you're going to need a hammer to go along with our nails. So we need to put our goggles on for safety. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our bottle and we're going to draw a line with our Sharpie around the bottle. Now you don't want to draw all the way down, you only want just enough. So sometimes on bottles there's these little lines that go down it. You want to draw just above those. So you still want that long part of the bottle but not too long. So I'm going to draw mine and then I will show you. There, so now that I've drawn my whole line, this is what it's supposed to look like. Now, you're gonna need your X-Acto knife for this, or anything that's sharp that can cut through the plastic. You might wanna ask for an adult's help during this time because knives are very sharp and you could slip because this is plastic, so it can be slippery. So you wanna ask for an adult's help or have an adult do it for you. So I'm gonna go on ahead and cut mine and be very careful, which is why we have our glasses on. There we go. Once your bottle is now in two parts, you're gonna put your X-Acto knife away. We don't need it anymore. And you can take the big bottle and recycle it as you usually would and put it off to the side. The next thing that we're gonna need is we're going to need our CD or DVD. Now make sure that this is clean and this is clean before you use it because there might be some germs on it. So you're gonna take your bottle cap and you're gonna put it over top of the CD. You wanna cover the hole in the middle. So make sure you cover the hole in the middle because we don't want any air to escape out of it. And then you're just going to grab your packing tape or your duct tape and you're gonna tape all around it because you want an airtight seal. You don't want any air coming out of it. And we might have to use our second set of tape in a little bit. So now you're just going to tape. I've taped all around it so that my bottle cap won't fall off, but you want to make sure you're covering all the holes, so you might want to go over it with another round of tape afterwards. So let's do our second round. done my layer of tape, I want to go in with my regular Scotch tape and just kind of tape down the edges all along the outside of the packing tape, just in case I missed any holes anywhere, because we don't want any air to escape. It has to be tight. And even if you wanted to go up and around the middle of the bottle, that might work too. So I want to make sure that it is airtight, airtight. So that's what I'm going to do, just to make sure that all of the pieces are sitting together. It might not look the prettiest, but science is sometimes not pretty. Sometimes science is just fun and full of discovery. So now that we finished taping, the next part is another part where you're going to need an adult's help, because it does involve some tools and some sharp things. So you're going to need to ask for some help, because sometimes that's okay. So you're going to want a pretty thick nail, but I don't have a very thick nail, so I'm kind of using a screw. So it's quite thick. And then we're just going to go right into the center of the cap on the top. So you want it laying flat, and you want it just right in the center. And then you just want to nail it in. Be careful not to miss. And then once it can stick up, that's when you can take your hand away from underneath it, but you want to make sure that it's in there. And you don't have to hammer it all the way through. You just want enough that you can see it coming out the bottom, and you can whatever. And then because this one's a screw, I can just screw it out. I don't have to pull it. And be careful with this part again, because sometimes it is pointy. And now we no longer need our nails and our hammer. Now we have our hole. So now we have a hole in our bottle cap. The next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a balloon, because that's how we're going to get our hovercraft float. So you just want to take the end and stretch it out, and you want to put it over top of the bottle cap, but you want to make sure that the center of your balloon, so the rest of the way up, the air is still going to be able to get to it, because we need to be able to blow this balloon up. So you just want to attach your balloon and just kind of pull it and move it so it's sitting in the center. Don't need our glasses anymore, but you can keep them on if you want to. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna blow up our balloon, but we're gonna be blowing air through the hole on the bottom. And then every single time you have to take a breath, you're just gonna squeeze the balloon so no air comes out. You might sound like an elephant, that's okay. And if there's some air escaping around where the tape is, and if it's too much, you might have to lay down more tape, or you can try and cover it, or just leave it as is if it's not that much air, but you can still hear it. So let's do it. I'm gonna blow it up one more time. And here we go. It's hovering. And you can glide it around like an air hockey puck. Thank you so much for coming to What's That Wednesday, and I hope you guys have an amazing summer.